I'm ready.
Lovely.
I'm sitting here.
Thank you very much. Yes, please. We didn't provide Ukraine with weapons, or we supported sanctions and provided Ukraine with weapons.
On Saturday, Russian missiles hit Odesa, killing civilians, including a young mother with a 3-month-old child. And yesterday, at least five missiles hit the city of Kremenchuk in central Ukraine. And the third element is the heavy fighting that continues in Donbas and doesn't stop for a single, the Russian offensive in Donbas doesn't stop for a single minute. And these 2 days, they were very important. These were the days of Orthodox Easter. And President Putin and the entire Russia, who are obsessed with icons, crosses, and references to God's protection, they demonstrated clearly that not only they choose war to talks, they also choose acting against God's will on Easter instead of at least observing a ceasefire.
To talks, they also choose acting against God's. But that speaks for one fact: Ukraine seeks peace, Russia seeks war. This is it.
He's a counterpart. As far as I understand, he represents the hoax in the Putin administration. I didn't get a sense he wants to negotiate when we met in Istanbul like a month ago. What I hear him saying publicly is the classic Russian manipulative narrative, trying to put the blame on Ukraine for not being constructive enough. But I mean, I can spend hours explaining why he manipulates and spreads disinformation about it. But my point is this: I don't think he's ready for a serious conversation. I don't think Russia is ready for finding solutions at the negotiating table. But if I see that they change this attitude and they are ready to seriously look for mutually acceptable solutions, I will overcome my disgust and sit down with him and talk.
Events that took place on Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, Russian missiles.
Every war ends. There are no wars in history of humankind that would not come to an end. The question is, when will it end and at what cost? The sooner President Putin agrees to meet with President Zelensky, the likely it will be to bring the moment of the end of the war closer. I don't give 100% guarantee, but I have confidence in my president. I understand that he is prepared for that conversation and he knows how to negotiate. The longer President Putin escapes this meeting, the likely it is that he is focused entirely on the war scenario. But that speaks for one fact: Ukraine seeks peace, Russia seeks war. This is it.
And not to allow him to go further, deeper into Europe, then they should provide us with.
I receive every day messages, calls, and videos from our army in Mariupol. Yesterday, I received a video of wounded Ukrainian soldiers. It's very hard to call the place where they are a hospital. They run out of medicine, they are bleeding, their wounds get infected because of the lack of some basic treatment. And right in the next room, in the next space, it's not even a room, and right in the next space to what is de facto a hospital, where soldiers die, bleed, and cry because of pain, there are civilians hiding from Russians. Civilians with children, with infants, and above them, there is a permanent shelling, artillery, and air bombs falling on their heads. It's unspeakable. It's extremely difficult to see these pictures, to receive these messages. And this is why, yes, we sent a very clear message. If you want to kill those people, or you want to take them as prisoners and humiliate, that will be it. That will be the red line. And the president has been very clear on that. But it's not enough to keep things as they are. It's really important to evacuate all of them, to save them. And this is what we are working on with our partners, and this is where Putin has to demonstrate his openness and make a step forward.
I think in the last 2 months of the war,
I hope I was not too long in answering the
this
last
was-
question, but I think you had to understand this.
This was very good. No,
Yeah.
thank